Hey everyone! Have you ever wondered how billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg seem to work like demons, achieving the unthinkable? Today, I'm unlocking the secret sauce behind their superhuman productivity. It's called the flow state. So, what is flow state? It's that magical zone where you're completely absorbed and focused on a task, losing track of time and crushing every obstacle in your path. Sounds like a superpower, right? Well, it kinda is. First, let's talk about setting the stage. Billionaires create environments that minimize distractions. Think private offices, noise-canceling headphones, and even digital detoxes. They know that a clutter-free space equals a clutter-free mind. Next, they dive into deep work. This means blocking out chunks of time, sometimes hours, dedicated to one single task. No multitasking. They say no to meetings, emails, and phone calls during this period. It's all about single-minded focus. But here's the kicker, they choose tasks that are challenging yet achievable. It's all about finding that sweet spot where the task is tough enough to keep you engaged, but not so tough that it becomes frustrating. This balance is key to entering the flow state. Also, they use rituals to trigger flow. Whether it's a pre-work meditation, a specific playlist, or even a cup of their favorite coffee, these routines signal their brain that it's go time. It might sound simple, but these small habits build powerful momentum. Finally, they take care of their bodies. Regular exercise, sufficient sleep, and balanced nutrition. Physical health directly impacts mental performance. You can't expect to crush it in the boardroom if you're running on fumes. So there you have it. Minimize distractions, dive deep, balance challenge with skill, build rituals, and maintain physical health. Start incorporating these habits today, and who knows? You might just unlock your own billionaire-level flow state. Thanks for watching, and remember, the power to achieve greatness is... You see, flow is not some esoteric concept reserved for the enlightened few. In fact, each one of us has experienced it at some point or the other. Remember that time when you were so engrossed in a book that you didn't hear your name being called? Or when you were so focused on a project that you didn't realize how quickly hours turned into minutes? That's flow for you. Now, what if I told you that this state of flow isn't just a random occurrence, but something you can actually harness? Yes, you heard that right. This heightened state of productivity isn't a fluke or a once-in-a-blue-moon phenomenon. It's a state of mind that can be tapped into, controlled, and utilized to your advantage. Imagine being able to channel your energy in such a way that you're able to accomplish tasks with greater efficiency and effectiveness. Picture yourself being so absorbed in your work that distractions become insignificant, almost non-existent. Think about the enormous potential that lies in being able to control your flow state. The idea is tantalizing, isn't it? The concept of being able to master your mind and your productivity to such an extent that you're not just working, but working in a state of flow. It's like being in a zone where your productivity is at its peak, and you're accomplishing tasks with an ease and efficiency that's almost second nature. Intriguing, isn't it? The concept of being so absorbed in what you're doing that everything else fades away. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into understanding this flow state and how you can harness it to boost your productivity. So, what exactly is this flow that we're talking about? Good question. You might have heard this term thrown around in conversations about productivity and performance. But what does it really mean? Flow is a concept that was first coined by a psychologist named Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. It refers to a state of complete immersion in a task, where you're so engrossed in what you're doing that you lose track of time and everything else around you seems to fade away. It's like being in the zone, where your attention is laser-focused on the task at hand and you're fully engaged in every moment. This isn't just some abstract idea, it's a real, scientifically studied phenomenon. When you're in a state of flow, your brain is working in a unique way. It's a heightened state of focus and creativity, where you're able to think more clearly and solve problems more effectively. It's also where you're most productive, getting more done in less time. But how do you achieve this state of flow? Well, it's not something you can force, it's something that happens naturally when you're deeply involved in an activity you're passionate about or skilled at. It could be painting a masterpiece, writing a novel, coding a complex software, or even running a marathon. The key is to find something you love doing, and then fully immerse yourself in it. The benefits of achieving a state of flow are incredible. Not only does it boost your productivity, but it also enhances your creativity and problem-solving skills. It can even improve your mood and overall well-being. Think about the last time you were so engrossed in a task that you lost track of time. Remember how satisfying and fulfilling that experience was. That's the power of flow. Now, imagine being able to harness this state at will. Imagine being able to tap into this heightened state of focus and creativity whenever you want. Imagine being able to work like a demon, getting more done in less time and loving every minute of it. Imagine harnessing this state at will. Imagine the possibilities. The benefits of achieving a flow state are truly astounding. Imagine a state where your productivity skyrockets, where complex problems unravel effortlessly before your eyes, where your creativity knows no bounds. This is the realm of the flow state, a place where you are not just surviving but truly thriving. One of the major benefits of flow state is increased productivity. In this state, your focus sharpens to a pinpoint, distractions fade into the background, and tasks that once seemed daunting become manageable, even enjoyable. It's like being in the zone, where every move you make is precise, every decision you make is spot on. You're not just working faster, you're working smarter. But the flow state doesn't just amplify your productivity, it also unlocks your creativity. Ideas that were once hidden in the shadows of your mind come forth in a brilliant array of colors. You begin to see connections where there were none, possibilities where there was doubt. In a flow state, you become an artist of your own life, painting a masterpiece with every thought, every action. Then there's the improved problem-solving skills. In a flow state, obstacles transform into challenges, challenges into opportunities. You begin to see solutions where others see dead ends. It's like having a superpower enabling you to overcome any hurdle with grace and ease. On top of all these, the flow state brings a heightened sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. You're not just accomplishing tasks, you're achieving your true potential. It's a feeling of euphoria, a rush of accomplishment that makes every effort worth it. The flow state also has profound impacts on mental health. It reduces stress as your mind is too engaged and too enthralled to worry. And it increases happiness as you're not just doing what you love, you're loving what you do. Harnessing flow isn't just about doing more, it's about doing more and feeling better while doing it, because at the end of the day, isn't that what we're all striving for? To not just live our lives, but to live them to the fullest? To not just exist, but to truly thrive? So, how can you tap into this powerful state of mind, you may ask? Well, achieving a flow state is not as elusive as it might seem. It's about finding the right balance and setting the right conditions for your mind to focus and dive deep into your work. Firstly, setting clear goals is paramount. Your mind thrives on direction and purpose. When you have a specific objective in mind, your focus sharpens, and it becomes easier to enter the zone. This doesn't mean your goal has to be massive or daunting. It could be as simple as finishing a chapter of a book or completing a task at work. The key is clarity. Secondly, eliminate distractions. In today's digital age, we are constantly bombarded with notifications, messages, and other digital noise. To achieve flow, it's crucial to create a space that's free from these distractions. This might mean turning off your phone, closing unnecessary tabs on your computer, or finding a quiet place to work. Remember, out of sight, out of mind. Thirdly, practice mindfulness. This is all about being present and fully engaged in the task at hand. It's about immersing yourself in the process and letting go of concerns about the past or the future. Mindfulness can be cultivated through practices like meditation, deep breathing, or simply taking a moment to ground yourself before diving into your work. Finally, balance challenge and skill. Flow happens when the task at hand is just difficult enough to challenge you, but not so hard that it overwhelms you. It's about finding that sweet spot where your skills and the task's difficulty level are in perfect harmony. Remember, achieving flow is not a one-size-fits-all process. Different strategies might work for different people. It's about experimenting with these techniques, observing how your mind responds, and adjusting accordingly. It's not about forcing the flow, but rather creating the right conditions for it to occur naturally. It's about finding what works for you, and then making it a part of your routine. Now, let's put it all together. As we've explored so far, the flow state is a powerful tool for skyrocketing productivity. But how can we harness this potent state of mind to our advantage? It starts with understanding, experimenting, and refining the strategies we've discussed. Remember, the flow state isn't a switch that you can flip on demand. It's a delicate balance between challenge and skill, a dance between concentration and relaxation. As such, the first step is to find your sweet spot. This is where your skills match the challenge at hand, creating a state of complete immersion and heightened focus. Experiment with different tasks and levels of difficulty. You might find you enter the flow state when you're writing a report, designing a graphic, or even organizing your workspace. The key is to find something that challenges you but doesn't overwhelm you, ensuring you're constantly growing and improving. Next, consider your environment. A clutter-free workspace, comfortable temperature, and minimal distractions can help create the optimal conditions for flow. Experiment with different settings and see what works best for you, and let's not forget about time. Flow often requires uninterrupted periods of focus. Try setting aside blocks of time for deep work and protect these blocks from interruptions as much as possible. However, it's crucial to remember that achieving flow isn't a one-time event. It's a skill that needs to be cultivated and nurtured over time. Consistency and patience are key. Don't be discouraged if you don't experience flow immediately. Keep experimenting, keep refining, and most importantly, keep showing up. The journey to harnessing your flow state for enhanced productivity isn't always easy, but it's certainly worth the effort. As you continue to tap into this powerful state, you'll find yourself accomplishing more in less time and experiencing a greater sense of satisfaction and fulfillment in your work. Harness your flow, enhance your productivity, and become the best version of yourself. It's within your reach.